So welcome to Tuesdays. Today's Tuesday team training Tuesdays are every training every Tuesday, different things, different topics, everything to kind of use support our team to help the growth. Today we're going to talk about a few things and we're going to start with this. Something very powerful, very simple, but something that was, so important because I think many times, we get caught up with our personal lives, our business life, and we kind of start losing a little bit of focus, right, on what's important and where actual our initial goal was when we set any personal or business goals. When we were at this mastermind, we did this exercise and it was so much fun. We had to do 2 columns, right? You get a piece of paper. So I would encourage everybody to do this, when they have a few minutes. 2 columns, and in one column they put likes, and then on the other side they put loves. And what this meant is we write down the things under likes that we really like to do, that we enjoy doing, and then the other one's things that we love doing. I'll give you an example. Likes, for example, maybe there's a TV show that I love to watch, or there's a specific radio station that certain time of the day they talk about certain topic that I really like to listen to. Maybe there's music that I like to play certain time. Me personally, when I listen to music, it's usually when I'm cooking at nighttime. Likes could be things like you like to go to the movie theater, you like to go to the beach, things you like, but maybe you could live without. One of the examples that Rob Sperry made when we're at the mastermind was when he was growing up, he loves football. He loves watching football games. So he said he would watch about 2 hours every single day. And on Sundays, he would watch pretty much like 8 to 10 hours of football on Sundays, right? So in total, he was watching about 20 hours of football on television every single week because he likes watching football. He likes football. But then on the other side, what are the things we love to do? Me, for example, I love to work out. I love to run. That's when I feel my best. I love to travel. I love going to the beach. I love to visit my mom, my family. I visit them like 2-3 times a week. And it seems very simple, right? Doing the exercise of the things you like and the things you love. Very simple, right? It's things you like or you love. Everything's great. But then if you think about it from a different perspective, right? Like in Rob's example, he would watch about 20 hours of football every single week. That was 20 hours per week of his life that was taken away from investing those 20 hours in things that he loves. Rob Sperry mentioned that he loves to travel. He does 7 family vacations every single year. So before, if he was still watching 20 hours of football per week, that's 20 hours that he could possibly be traveling or spending with his family, which he loves to do. In my example, when I did this exercise, and again, I encourage all of you to do it when you have time, I put that I like to enjoy that, outside when it's warm, the pool. I like the pool. I do like to watch 2 different series. Sometimes I watch them, sometimes I don't. And the things that I love, I put, like I mentioned, working out, traveling, visiting my family, the beach. So it made me realize, right? Maybe I don't have to be watching 1 hour of TV every single day, because maybe 30 minutes is enough. Then the other 30 minutes, I could go run, or maybe I could call my mom those 30 minutes instead of watching 1 hour of TV, my series that I love to watch, that I like to watch. For 30 minutes, talking to my mom, do a Zoom with my mom, see her face, because that's what I love. I love my family. I love spending time with them. I love hearing them, talking to them, which is more important than liking to watch the series 1 hour every evening at night. So it's simple, but to me, it really put it into perspective. And Rob made us do it, asked us to do this exercise because now, he's pretty much financially free. Rob Sperry does 7 family vacations every single year. He works 25 hours per week. And that's because he reduced the time he spent doing the things he likes to do to be able to work, focus on his business, to then be able to do more of the things he loves to do. And because he did that sacrifice of letting go of the time he spends on the things he likes and enjoys to do, now he's able to do more of the things he loves, which is traveling with his family. He coaches tennis. He spends a lot of time with his kids. And again, he only works 25 hours. That's something he loves. He likes time freedom. And now because he's not watching 20 hours of football, he's able to now only work 25 hours a week and travel. So again, it's a very simple exercise, but to me, it's simple yet powerful, right? Because it kind of makes you think how we spend our time every single day. And it kind of applies to any kind of business that applies to network marketing. Sometimes maybe we're doing things we like to do because we enjoy it, makes us happy. But sometimes it's pushing us further away from being able to have more time to do the things we love. So that in between likes and loves is the time we're actually spending and building our businesses to be able to get more of the things we love versus maybe getting stuck for many years only being able to do the things we like because we didn't focus on our businesses to have more time to do the things we really love at the end of the day after we've been able to kind of build a reasonable business. The second little exercise was, again, something very simple. This one actually goes a lot more into detail, but for sake of tonight's call, I think this will be perfect. This has to do with the way we're building our business. Sometimes we set all these goals. I know some of us are doing the 90-day run. Some are still watching, but not necessarily running. Some people are probably signing up for a business for APLGO, but they don't work on their business every day. Maybe they only work on it once a week, maybe 5 times a week. Maybe some people are literally working 4 hours a week for every single day. On their business APLGO, right? And what this exercise helped was to kind of realize and not set high goals, like say I'm going to recruit 20 people this week, 20 people this month, but maybe set a more realistic goal that has to do with the minimum. For example, the minimum in our personal life and also the minimum in our business life, right? Because to have a successful business, we really have to have a good balance. I'll give you an example. My new minimum starting yesterday when I got back from the mastermind, and my personal life, what number one thing is working out, and running, because that's what makes me happy. That's when I feel the best energy and I'm most productive. So now my personal minimum every week is to work out 5 days a week. Maybe I go to the gym or maybe I go running. It doesn't matter. But my minimum is 5 days a week. Maybe next week I work out 6 days a week, maybe even 7 days a week, every single day, right? But as long as I work out my minimum goal of 5 days per week, it's terrific. And what does that do? That when we're able to kind of be accountable and do at least the bare minimum of our goal every single week or every day, depending on what you're talking about, that helps us keep a positive state of mind that we're succeeding, that we're winning. For example, my goal is going to be 5 days a week, right? But what if next week I only work out 4 days a week? That means I didn't meet at least my minimum. My minimum could probably be 2 days a week, right? So it's something that I know I could stick to and be accountable that I could do that. And if it's more, perfect, I did better. And again, it could be any kind of personal things. It could be, it doesn't have to do with exercise necessarily. Maybe you're going to cook at home 5 days a week instead of buying food outside, right? So you could save money and so you could eat a little healthier. So that's your minimum. Same with the business. Maybe my minimum every day is to make 3 new friends online. Again, my minimum. I'm going to make 3 new friends 5 days a week. That will be 50 new friends online. Maybe I meet 5 new people online, 5 new friends online, right? Which will help me grow my business. Perfect. I did better than my minimum. But if I at least do my minimum, that's what helps us kind of stay positive, stay focused, feel and know that we are winning because we're meeting our minimum goals. And what that does, it kind of keeps you on track and being consistent, even if the number and the goal and your minimum is very low. I mean, we don't want it too low, right? I'm gonna work out 1 time a week. I want to set a realistic goal that I know I could achieve that will also have results at the end of the day, with my personal life and with my business to help it grow it. So now for my business, for example, mine is for this whole month of February, 5 days a week, I'm going to make 10 new friends every day online. So what's going to happen is that my minimum goal for my business is 10 a day, 5 days a week. That's 50 new friends online every week for 4 weeks. That means I should have 200 new friends on Facebook by the end of the month. Actually, it's a short month, but approximately 200 new friends this month. And again, that's my minimum. Maybe on Saturday I have extra time and I'm online networking, socializing, and I'm on Facebook groups, and I meet a few more people. That's amazing, right? Because then I'm going to go above my minimum. And again, the minimum doesn't matter what number that is. It's different for everybody. But it has to do with the activities and the things we do every day. And you could set the minimum per day or per week to kind of help you stay on track and feel like you're winning. I personally like the daily one because then if we go to sleep every night and we know we succeeded, that we know we won, we had a great day because we met our minimum. And again, it's a simple exercise, but it's something I had never heard about this as perspective. Instead of setting your goals, right? You're gonna do this, you're gonna do that every day, every week. This is more of setting like a minimum standard that you will at least do that. For helping you build your business, my recommendation would be the following. Definitely do your personal things, right? Because if you don't have a good personal life, it doesn't help us have that peace to then focus on our business. But for your business, the minimum I would say, and my recommendation to you would be that you're going to talk to 2 new people every single day, maybe 5 days a week, right? The minimum. If you talk to 2 people 7 days a week, amazing, right? You did more than your minimum. But that's my recommendation. Set a goal. How many people you're going to talk to every single day? New people. It could be 2 new people. It could be 1 person. One new person every single day this month in February for the next 28 days. How many days do we have? 28, 29? That means you're going to talk to at least 28 new people in the month of February. Imagine what that could do to your business. If it's 2, wow, then it's double. It's 56 new people that you would talk to in the month of February. So it's those little minimums that we do day in, day out, week after week, that before we know it, we're seeing all these results every single month. And again, because we stuck to and we're accountable for the minimum that we're doing. Perfect. So I hope all of you do these little exercises. Again, they're so fun. They're so simple, but it gives us clear vision, right? And it sets like a realistic way to meet our goals. The last part that my part that I'm going to go to, and then I'll hand it over to either Hamid or Anna, is this is so important. So this has to do with how we stay active with APLGO, how we continue successfully building our team, the market, and all that, right? Because this is very important when we're thinking long-term to grow our businesses together as a team, right? Because this really helps us all. It doesn't help just one person, it helps us all. So I know we didn't focus on this so much in detail, and Hamida kind of mentioned it, and me and Anna felt like it was very necessary to kind of explain this specifically, not during an actual business presentation. So every month, the requirement for APLGO for us, all of us to remain active, is to do what's called an activity order. This simply means that we're buying product for ourselves. We recommend to focus on the daily collection, right? Because you get more product for your money. So we have 8 amazing products this will be we're going to talk about in US dollars for sake of simplicity. So we have 8 products that are 25 US dollars, and the requirement to stay active with APLGO every month is to buy 50 US dollars in product, right? So for example, you simply have to buy 2 boxes from the daily collection, which is $25 per box. Maybe you buy 1 box in RM, 1 of SLD, it doesn't matter, as long as it's from the daily collection. So buying 2 boxes, $25 each, that means you bought 50 US dollars in product, right? Now let's say, I know maybe a lot of times maybe new associates don't have the money yet, right? They barely enrolled, but they don't have the money the next month to do their monthly activity order. What they could do, and we recommend doing, is simply to sell these products in advance. Right after somebody gets started, to encourage and educate other new members to sell product in advance. So for example, they could actually sell the product when they signed up. They could also confirm who wants to buy the product, collect the money from them, right? And let them know that you'll have the product for them that same week, right? Because the delivery is so quick in Nigeria. So you will sell these 2 boxes that you bought. Let me go back. You bought 2 boxes for $25 each. You could sell them for whatever amount you like, but APLGO suggests that you sell these daily collection boxes for $50 each, right? So you bought $50, but then when you sold these, you actually received $100 total. So at the end of this is you did 2 things. Number 1, you satisfied your activity order to stay active in the business, and you have a $50 profit now. Again, it's different for everybody, and I'm sure Hamida could probably have some feedback, but this is again based on the prices that APLGO suggests for wholesale and for retail. We could buy these boxes of product for $25. Retail's double, which is $50, which means we have a profit. So if everybody actually sells these boxes in advance, that's an easy way to kind of turn around, get the money, make a profit, and be able to satisfy your monthly activity order. Another way, before you even buy the product, you could actually collect 2 orders of people. You could sell them for $25, even if you don't make a profit, but at least that's going to meet your monthly activity order. Does anybody have any questions about this, please? Because I know this is probably not crystal clear. We want to make sure this is as clear as possible for everybody, because it's so important in order to be able to grow a successful business long term. Because the longer you're building your business, the bigger your business gets. This is where your residual income will be coming from, right? This is income that you're going to start receiving without having to sign anybody up, without having to do any customer orders. This is simply from the auto ship orders, activity orders from your organization. Perfect. Well, in that case, I'll hand it over to Anna, and then we'll go to Hamida, or vice versa. I'll leave it up to you, ladies.
Tony, I just wanted to follow up on some of the things that you were talking about that I do as well. You know, for me,
sorry to interrupt. There is someone that the noise is coming from the background. Please mute all of us.
Okay, Dorothy's muted now.
But yeah, for me, when I moved to the Dominican Republic, I really quit watching a lot of TV. I did it a lot in the United States, but I didn't do it. And I realized what a big difference that made. So I think it's important because, I always liked shows, but I didn't love them and didn't really miss them when I quit. So I think that's really important to really think about, those things that you really like and love. And another thing that I do that has helped me a lot is every day I make sure, when you're talking about the minimums, I make sure that I am doing at least 10 minutes, or I'm sorry, 10 pages of reading or 20 minutes of listening to something. And I actually multitask. I do it when I'm outside walking, or if I go to the gym. One of my minimums is going to the gym 5 days a week for 20 minutes. If I go 30, fantastic. But I know that every day or 5 days a week, I can at least fit the 20 minutes in. And so that for me is a minimum that I set for myself. And then while I'm doing that, I either call my mom, or I read something, or I watch something on YouTube. So I'm getting two things done at once. I don't like or love going to the gym. I'm not like Tony, unfortunately. Running is not my favorite thing. So for me, it makes the time go quicker too, but I can knock both of those things out at the same time. Getting something off of my list of things that I need to do and something that I love to do at the same time. So that's definitely been a big game changer for me. And then also, when I came into the business and other businesses that I've done, I set my goals so high that I couldn't keep up with it. And I also was just trying to follow what every leader said worked for them without figuring out what worked for me. So I really took a step back and started looking. And like Tony, I do a lot of stuff on Facebook with connecting with people and talking to people. And it doesn't always have to be business. When he talks about talking to new people, he's not saying you have to meet and connect with those people and go straight to the business. Just getting to start talking to people and messaging, connecting, putting things on their posts, it really makes a big difference. For me, I was posting every single day on Facebook for a month, and my algorithm seemed to actually go down. So for me, I started doing it a little bit less, but I still get on there every day and I'm messaging, having conversations, but I may not be putting something up publicly. But when I do put something up publicly, I have a lot more people responding and talking to me about it, because I am doing a lot of those conversations in the background, just checking in with people, seeing how they're doing, seeing, what's new in their life, and starting to connect. I have over 2,000 friends on Facebook that I've grown over these years from different businesses, different things that I was in, and I wasn't really talking to most of them. So I started making a list each month of people that I want to make sure that I reconnect with, start talking to, see what's going on in their life, see if there's a way I can support them. And if it leads to a business conversation, then that's fantastic too. But if it doesn't, I'm still creating those relationships. So those are some things that have really helped me with going with the topics that Tony was talking about. I totally agree with setting your minimums. It's something that I've been doing. I think August is when I started doing that, of things that are non-negotiable to me that I have to do, minimum of that I have to do every day in my business, no matter what I'm doing in my life, and then really concentrating on getting the things in that I love to do as well. So that is what I would share. And Hamida, if you have any things that have been working for you in your business, or anybody else that is on the call, feel free.
Can you all hear me?
Loud and clear.
Can anyone hear me?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you. About the likes and love, actually, the kind of person that like to watch a series a lot before. When on my spare time, I watch series, I watch films. But now I find myself not attached to TV anymore. I don't even have the time. Even my favorite shows, I hardly watch them right now, because I have so many things on my table which I set as a goal for myself. I want to achieve instead of watching TV. So now I am trying to divert myself from the likes to my love. Then about the minimum, I'm still struggling in some aspects, but so far so good.
We can hear you, Hamida.
I am getting somewhere. Uh, Making friends. I realized that some people, after reaching out to them once or twice, they stop responding to your greeting, they stop responding to your messages, on Messenger, I mean. Then I wonder, what could be the reason behind that? Because, it's very, very discouraging when you are trying to be friendly and nice and checking on someone and the person refuses to respond to you. I've been doing that a lot, and it's not really encouraging to me because so many of them are not responding to be responding. Maybe there's something I'm not doing right. I would like to learn. And if it is normal, I would like to know also. Because though minority do respond, but majority don't. So I still struggle in that aspect. Then meeting people one-on-one, I try as much as possible to keep that relationship strong. Then I rebuild some, and then I do a lot of follow up on that one. But online, about the new people, is not as easy as I thought. And I'd like to know if it is normal or there's something that I need to do to improve in that aspect. I'm throwing a question now.
I think, for me, a big part of the online is not looking at it as something for the business, but as a friendship to support each other. I know that you have been inside of a lot of network marketing type groups. So a lot of those people are also trying to recruit you. And that happens in those types of groups, because everybody has their business. And to me, it's more of a long game from what I see. And, Tony has been doing network marketing now for several years. Some of the people he's been connected with for 4 years, but he's still genuine. He's still having those conversations and doing it that you can give people tips, see if there's an area that you can help them with. And, I'm very honest with people. I'm very happy in my network marketing company. But I would love, to stay connected and see if there's ways we can support and help each other. And I think those types of things, rather than thinking people are going to just join your business, especially if you're meeting the people in those types of business groups where they already have businesses. I don't think it happens quickly. I think it does take time. It takes time to really have those relationships and talk to people.
You didn't get me. I don't reach out to them to recruit them. You don't get me. I don't reach out to them to recruit them. Just normal friendship of a team, helping each other, rubbing minds, as in benefiting if there is a tips and all that. I don't spam people. I don't go to them that come and join my company and all that. I know so many of them reach out to me in order to recruit me. So I just take it calm with them and try to be friendly. Then at times when you are trying to be friendly and they see that you are not joining their company, they just stop responding to you. That's what I mean.
Okay. Yeah. And I think that's normal because a lot of them, that's the reason that they're doing it. They don't realize, but I think having those connections and still putting things up on your own personal Facebook that they're seeing, still checking in with them. I mean, once a month, if you just, hey, want to see how are things going in your business, checking in, that sort of thing. If you became friends in a business group, something like that. But it takes time, and it's not going to be somebody that you're talking to every single day because they're busy building their business too. But to me, it's more of a long-term game when it comes to the Facebook groups and connecting. And then the more value and things that you share on your personal page, the more people will connect and relate. And that if you're showing a product or something, they may be like, pique their interest just a little bit, that curiosity. That's my own opinion. Tony may have something different, but for me, it's always been more of a long game when it comes to social media. And then people that I was already friends with, I would go to directly and talk to them about joining the team because I wanted them to be part of my leader group. And that's kind of how at the beginning, how I got started, because I knew and people that I had as close friends to give them that opportunity to do it with me, because they were people I wanted to do it with. But for strangers on Facebook that I didn't know, I normally don't take that approach, and it does take longer, for sure. And I mean, for me, I had somebody reach out that I talked to a year ago and joined the team from just things I kept posting, or I'll message them and they'll say, just to check in on them, and they're like, oh, I've been wanting to message you. I saw this post. Life just got really busy. Or I'll follow up with someone that had asked about the product a couple months before. And they're like, oh, things just happened, and I'm glad you checked in, you know. So I do think sometimes people just get busy with their own life. You know, you're not the number one priority on their mind, and it just falls back, and it may not be on purpose that they're doing it. But, you know, everybody's on there for different reasons, and just keeping track of who you're checking in with, I think, is important as well. But like I said, Tony may have other advice on that too.
I mean, to me, yeah, I mean, for the most part, it's very similar. I'm looking to establish genuine relationships with people because, you know, we all want to sign somebody up for the business. We all want to get a new customer. But what I've learned over the years, I want to make sure they're the right person for my business. I want to make sure they're the right person I want to sign up for my business. You know, it's not somebody that's, one, not serious about the business, two, maybe they're going to require too much of my time and they genuinely are not interested in doing this long term like I am. Or maybe they're just going to sign up and they're going to disappear. You know, like, there's so many other obviously negative sides, right, of signing the wrong person up, as we all know. Not everybody's for everybody, right? So sometimes I like to kind of start building that relationship a little bit over the weeks, months, because I want to make sure that they're the right person for my business, right? Because they're either going to be a great addition to our family or they're not. And that's a problem. We want to avoid people that are not. So that's one of the key reasons why I realized and learned over the years that it's so important to kind of start building that relationship. But then you'll get some people that after a few weeks of knowing you on Facebook, you know, they're interested in all that. So with some, I do move a lot faster and sharing the opportunity and the product than others, depending how active they are on Facebook too. For example, if it's somebody online, if it's somebody I know in person, or, you know, where I live, you know, if we disregard everything that has to do with social media, then, you know, it's not as easy, right? Because we don't see those people as often. There's, you know, communicating with them is not as easy as going on Facebook. We have to see them in person, maybe send them a WhatsApp message. And with those people, I do tend to be a little bit more direct because I'm not going to see them or communicate with them as often. But yes, like Anna mentioned, to me, has been important to kind of build those long relationships. There's been people that I've been friends for 1 year, 2 years. And yes, they've signed up for my businesses before, or they bought the product. And some they haven't, but now, because we have that good, solid relationship, they like me, they know me, and they trust me, they're genuinely interested in what I'm doing with APLGO. And that has happened with APLGO because it's people that have been following me, you know, for months, if not even more than a year. So yes, so there's no right or wrong, right? Everybody's different and different personalities are different. Some people are maybe open to it, you know, right away, the first few days that you connect online, right? Because maybe they're online to learn more, to find opportunities. You know, it's so much easier to find an opportunity online because you can connect with so many more people faster and quicker. So yeah, I don't think there's a right or wrong way, but to me, it is important to establish some type of genuine relationship because it's people that I don't use one in my business, but it's people I want in my life, right? Because I love to work with people I like. I honestly don't want to work with people I don't like. It is what it is, right? I want to make sure there's a nice liking and, you know, genuine connection with people. So that's my feedback. So yeah, as you can see,
All right, thank you very much.
I love it.
Thank you.
Yeah, for sure. Perfect. Does anybody else have any questions or anything about what we reviewed today? I love it. We touched on so many different subjects today. Perfect. Okay, I'll send out the flyer for our Thursday presentation. I'm back, so I'm excited to be doing this presentation with Anna this week.
I did want to say real quick, Hamida did an amazing job on Thursday. We had so much fun. I hate that I forgot to record it because like it was so good. And she did the first half of it, and then I did the second half, and we had a good time together. So I mean, we're of course excited to have you back, Tony. But it was very fun for Hamida to do her first one. It worked out perfect.
So excited! That's amazing.
And now we know we can take more vacations. Hamida's ready.
No, I'm not gonna replace you anymore.
I love it. No, that's amazing. No, we could definitely just rotate and definitely record it next time for sure. Yeah.
Yeah. It went really
Beautiful.
well.
Congratulations,
So,
Hamida,
congratulations, Hamida, for doing that. And we're excited to see some other leaders step up too. The others that are on here, Dami, Lola, and Dorothy. Someday we'll have you guys in there too, hopefully. So
yes,
maybe.
No, I'll be around on Thursday.
I'm sorry, what?
I said sure. I'll be joining on Thursday.
Okay,
and I'll be
awesome.
inviting some people around too.
Awesome.
Okay, that would be
fantastic. Yes, we need to get more people there. I need to do that too. I need to get on LinkedIn, start following up with some people that I've connected with on LinkedIn to get them there. I've messaged some, but nobody showed up yet. So I need to start following up myself and try to get more people on there. So thank you all.
I'll set my goal. I'm going to invite 5 people.
Yes.
Oh, that's great. I'm working on some people.
I'm gonna work on it.
Okay, thanks so much, guys, for being here.
See you on Thursday.
Thank you very much for your time. We enjoyed it. Thank you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thanks. Bye-bye.
Bye.